Second day of the second half of day 4 of the Digital Ecosystem Week right here at the Malaysia Tech Month 2021. Join us as I welcome the next entertaining session entitled Convergence of Entertainment with E-Commerce. Moderating this session is Carol Fong, the Senior Manager, Enabler Engagement, Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, MDEC. Carol has done a lot of trainings, workshops, and provided mentorship programs nationwide to help women, micro entrepreneurs, and SMEs in teaching them the importance of putting their business online. Also, she's a published author with a book, MPH Masterclass Series, Carol Fong's Guide to Online Retailing, which sold both in English and Bahasa Malaysia. So over to you, Carol.
Hello. Hey. Thank you, Hazrul. Thank you to the organizer, and thank you to my team who's back seen, Amira and Nadra. They are not being mentioned, so I better mention now. Yeah. Good afternoon. Happy Friday. You like or not this cool screen? This is by my colleague Rizwan. And today we have a very interesting session. This morning we already saw Mr. Song talk about bricks to click, and then after that, this Prasad talk about immersive retail, and then today. I curated this topic together with Amira. It was supposed to be of another topic, but we said this is about entertainment. It's about fun. And how do you bring entertainment to e-commerce? So I knew Ang since 2014. I was blessed to know so many retailers at that time for my cyber sale. And during my cyber sale, we knew of a lot of new online stores that time. And Ang was one, Ang from ATKC. I only knew the store. I did not know Ang yet. So ATKC e-warehouse, that was the name of the store that time, participated. And eventually we become friends in the community. He joined our e-commerce Losang annually. We share about the birth of our kids. We share our videos and all. So we're in the community. So now he is my go-to person when it comes to building a YouTube consumer in lead generation and all. So I want to cue him in now. Get ready, Ang, to be in here. So let him share with you how did he use entertainment from a very, very traditional and boring business. Sorry, Ang, I'd be very brutal. I'd be very brutal. It's your father's business. And being in a father's business, you can't go and tell your dad, hey, I want to go and do another business, because it's your father's business, it's your legacy, right? So you want to do it better. And I know that your dad has been very encouraging in you to go digital. And that is why we knew you from my cyber sale. And from then onwards, when you build your channel, it grew exponentially. And that's where you are going to share to the audience how you as a business owner uses this technology to bring traffic back to your e-warehouse in educating the audiences about home improvement. Ang, I will go to the backstage now and I leave it to you. All right, thank you.
Hello, hello. Hello, hi everyone. This is called Gay, and I always introduce myself as welcome to ATKC Home Improvement Show. Thank you, Hasrul, and thank you, Carol, for the introduction. Salam sejahtera kepada semua. Daja hao, and welcome. All right, to my friends, and also because my community or my business is revolving about the Javanese community, so I also learned how to say that kabare, waras. All right, so. Okay, today I'll be presenting about the convergence of entertainment with e-commerce, especially for my YouTube channel. So can we move on to the first slide, the second slide? All right, from my view, it's a little bit blur, but roughly, I mean, this is me. Actually, I have a master degree in information technology. My main degree is actually in electrical engineering. So just imagine this, from electrical engineering student, I graduated and I jumped into a hardware store. All right. Back then, it was really a typical hardware, the pop and mom shop kind of hardware store. All right. Okay, basically, I've led the company to win a couple of awards, including Golden Eagle Awards by Nanya Shangpao for the year 2016, 17, and 18. Then Sinchu Business Excellence Awards for the year of 2017 and 18, and also the Star Outstanding Business Awards for the year 2018. Sorry, starting a little bit kanchong a bit. Just give me 2 to 3 minutes. I'll be very smooth. All right. Next slide, please. So the topic for today, we are going to talk about introduction. All right, this is basically my hardware store. And you can see that is my founder, who is also my dad. All right, so he started the business actually as part of his retirement plan. So the siblings, including myself, joined in at about 2003. So next slide. So for the timeline journey, I think this is very important to introduce my company. So as you can see, my dad started the business in 2000. So in 2003, we actually have our very own website, which is www.atkc.com.my. You know, back then in year 2003, having a website is very, very superb. Everyone was like, wow, hardware shop also got website. Yeah, why not? Then you see the reason that we have our website is that it's very hard for us to communicate because we are new in the hardware business. So it's very hard for us to communicate to the supplier or to the manufacturers to provide credits to us, to supply materials to us. So sometimes when we call them up, basically they don't really entertain us. So what we do is that with a good presentation of a website, I think that they have more confidence in dealing with us. So as you can see, I will jump to 2012. 2012 is a very important year for my business as we actually prepare ourselves to venture into e-commerce. So in 2013, we officially launched our e-commerce website. And for today's topic, we are going to focus on YouTube. So in 2014, we started to have our YouTube channel. And why we have it? Because it's glamour, because back then, having a website is not enough. You gotta have Facebook account. You gotta have YouTube account. So that time, we also don't know why we have YouTube account, but people got it. We also must have it, right? So that was the intention, lah. And then, as you can see, in 2018, I started to go more aggressively into YouTube. We find that during that time, YouTube it's very helpful. Actually, if you think about it, which I will explain later in the next slide, that it has something that is combined with our business, with our products and services. So on the 2020, which is last year, all right, we see a very drastic change on YouTube for our business. So can we move on to the next slide? All right, this is basically our website. As you can see, we are generally a hardware and building material company. We sell hardware, building materials, paint, hardware tools, power tools, and a lot more. Next. Next. So this is our marketplaces, Lazada and Shopee. Everyone knows it. I'll just fast forward a little bit. Next. This is our social medias, Facebook, everyone has it, and YouTube channel, you know. So next. This one, we also got Instagram. We also got Twitter, all right? Next. Okay, this is the interesting part. When we started YouTube channel, as I mentioned earlier, we started in 2014, basically just by having a channel only. We are not aggressive, we are not actively there until 2018, 4 years later. And we really actually see the results on 2020, which is last year. And why we choose YouTube. You see, for me, when why YouTube? Why YouTube? A lot of people ask me, why you choose YouTube lah? All right. So for me is that I'm a business people who, when people come and buy things from me, for example, a customer walk in to my shop and say that, hey, I'm looking for a stainless steel water tank. You know what? To sell a stainless steel water tank, it actually will take me almost 1 hour. 1 hour to explain about the pro, about the cons, about the advantages, about the disadvantages, and also the heaps of advice. Just imagine, I felt that it is really my duty to do that because I want my customer, when they buy certain things from us, they need to understand almost everything. because having a stainless steel water tank is not cheap. We are talking about more than thousands of ringgits. All right. So I have basically had that habit. Then I started to think, oh, in the whole company, only I can do that. You know, basically, I have to spend at least 1 hour for each customer, and this is not going to be very sustainable. What happens if I'm not there? So I think that why don't I just record everything? You know, I just record the whole conversation with my client, the question raised by them, the pro and cons, everything into a YouTube video, and I just WhatsApp to them or send it to them, or they can watch it in my channel as well. So it's very simple. So now that I have so many videos on stainless steel water tank, it actually helps to smooth up the whole entire sales process. So people, after watching my video, when they call us, when they approach to us, it's just a matter of like maybe about 70 to 30% of closing the deal. So actually the conversion rate is very high. Okay. So the other thing is that I think YouTube is actually a new form of learning because it has visual. So just imagine from the video that we presented to the audience are able to relate the product with the YouTube video. So we are talking about conversion here, number one. Number two, you talk about when they bought a certain product or they intend to buy a certain product from our e-commerce store. They do not know how to use it. So with that YouTube video tag along with the product, it actually helped the audience to understand the product better and they know how to use it. So I think this is a win-win situation, right? It's pretty cool. And the other part that I think is that in overseas, the DIY habits or the DIY home improvement thing is a very norm. Everyone in the overseas, like Mat Saleh, Mina Saleh, they know how to do DIY. They of course, you know, there are a lot of videos on DIY that where you can find in YouTube channel. But the problem is that we have a barrier of language and also culture. And sometimes the products that they use using in the video, we are unable to get it in Malaysia. So then I was thinking, ini ada satu peluang lah. You know, you look at it, it's a very good chance for us to actually create this DIY, the Malaysia version home improvement video, so that our customer, when they look at our products, they can buy, they can do it, they can save a lot of money doing that. I think this is very interesting. So what are the third one, what are the video contents? For me, for my YouTube channel, we are focusing on home improvement videos. Basically, when we talk about home, we talk about family as well. And for the home improvement side, we talk about hardware, we talk about building material, all the products and services. So our contents basically revolve around this. And for my style, I like to keep it very easy and simple to understand. So when my audience watch my video, they know exactly what they want, they know exactly what they need, and they know exactly how to do it. Simple solution. That's all how I portray in the video. Okay, next. Okay, here are some data that I wish to share to everyone because I believe that this is quite interesting. As you can see, back in 2020, if you look at the January, I only have about 833 subscribers. And for those of you who are doing YouTubing, you must understand that the minimum benchmark is 1,000 subscribers. And if you look at it, I managed to hit, okay, the 1K subscribers on April, which is about the MCO1 started the 18th of March. So about April, I managed to exceed the 1,000 subscribers. So basically, I would say that 2020 is a game-changing year for us. Suddenly, you see the subscribers shooting up. A lot of people got more time staying at home, so they want to do some home improvement, want to do a small projects, DIY, you know, woodworking or whatsoever. So they're finding for source. That's where our video started to shoot up. Subscriber is coming in. All right. As you can see, I mean, comparing the January and December 2020, we are looking at the increment of 4 times. All right. And for next slide. So this is 20 and 21, which is this year. So from January up to June 2021, we are looking at almost a 2-4. So basically, as of today, I have about 8.3 10,000 subscribers, and I hope to achieve 10K subscribers by maybe October or November. All right, next. Okay, with the increase of subscribers, you also notice that, I mean, this is for 2020. So on April, which is the beginning of the MCO, and then you look at the December. So you are looking at the growth of 8 times from 68,000, I mean, from 17,000 views, we're hitting up to 68,000 views in just between April and this December. So next slide. This one is this year. As you can see, there are growth, but then I think it's about 1.64. So basically in June, we are recording 125,000 views, which I think is okay. It's not too bad, you know, since last year, and we're still growing. We're still going up with the momentum. Next. All right, basically this is watch hours. So if you look at last year, for the whole January, I only have about 2.4K hours, and 2.4K hours. Wait, hold on. All right, and then you look at the December, we are expecting a growth of 12 folds. I think it's 2.4. All right, 10 folds, sorry. All right. So next slide. So this is for this year. You look at the watch hour, is quite stable between 3,500 to about 4,000. So I think for this year, the watch hour is quite stable already lah. So I think the hours is more on towards the analytics. It is a little bit bored. So I'll jump to another slide where I will talk more about my YouTube. Next. Okay, so this is the best part I would like to share to the audience, especially those of you who have just started YouTube. So as you can see, currently this is my top 3 video, beginning with the first one, the Art of Shoshokiban, which is under the woodworking, and it's actually recording 160K views. If you look at it, this video was premiered on July 28, 2020. So till now is about 1 year, 13 months, about 13 months to be exact. When I actually first created this video, right, I only got like less than 100 views. Less than 100 views for a few weeks. And after 2 to 3 months, I'm only getting about 500 or 600 views. But 6 months later, suddenly everything just changed. I think people start to enjoy the video, and the views started to climb, really soaring up very high and very fast. And that's how I record the 160K view. And then the second video is about the woodworking as well, but more on the comparison of power tools, the difference between orbital sander and also the random orbit sander. All right, the third video, which is recording 50K view, is about the woodworking as well. So what I'm trying to say here is that all these 3 videos are fully organic. Basically, I did not pay a single cent for advertising or for promotion. So basically, it's just all fully organic. And one question that I think a lot of people will really ask me is that, does high views really means that high paid? You know, are you getting a higher paid because of higher view? Yes, but maybe no, which is yes, but not necessary, because I have other videos that pays me quite well, but they are not actually on the high view sites. For example, some of the video that I do, like for example, how to install a blowtorch, which is a 1 minute 30-second video, which I think that they pay me even higher as compared to these high-ranking videos. And also some of the unboxing videos that I did it with my children, I think that kind of thing is very interesting. That's why it actually generates good income instead of those high-ranking videos. Okay, next. Okay, next I'm going to talk about YouTube monetizing. So 2 important criteria that you should know if you want to monetize from YouTube. The first one, as I mentioned earlier, you need to reach minimum of 1,000 subscribers. Number 2, you need to have a minimum of 4,000 hours, all right, watch hours, yeah, watch time within the past 12 months. It's not easy, not easy. Seriously, when we first started, it's not that easy. So it's actually take you quite some effort. You need to put on a lot of efforts continuously for about 1 year. I actually I'm quite screwed up because it took me more than more than 2 years. Imagine 2014 started to have a channel, 2018 actively, and 2020 only I managed to cross the 1,000 subscriber. So I'm not a hero actually lah. I think you guys also can do better. But the thing is that I continue. I never give up. I think that's the difference. Okay, I never give up. And there are a few things I would like to share here, which is quite interesting. In order for you to qualify for monetization, you need to have a Google AdSense account. So the payment will reach you two ways. All right. The first way is via check, where they will send the check for you, or the other way, or the other one is that you register a US dollar account where they will TP directly to you. Okay. So this is nothing much, but I think I just share with you how it goes. So the next slide. Okay, here I have a bit of advice to all of you. I think I generally split into three. So how to grow your YouTube channel? I think the first important thing is that you need to have a content. All right, always think about what sort of content or what sort of solution you are able to provide to your audience. That is very important. You are a content creator. You need to know that your channel, what is the purpose? Tujuannya untuk apa? Are you going to give advice? Are you going to give solution? Or are you going to teach people how to do this and that? Make sure this one is very clear. All right. And you know that YouTube, these people, they have a lot of algorithm. So the algorithm to track, to rank your page, rank your video, anything. Actually, we also don't know what they do. So if you ask me, forget about their algorithm, forget about how they rank your video. Most important thing, create your own original content, right? That is related to your subject matter, because only you, the creator, knows your subject very well. So you just have to focus here only. You don't have to think about other things. Just for myself, I'm expert in home improvement. That's why you see that all my videos revolve around home improvement, building materials, hardware, products, and also its related services. And the second part is the keywords. Okay, keywords are very important to rank your video. Everyone knows it. If you are new, you have to, there's a section in your YouTube description there where you have to key in the keywords. So keywords have influence on the algorithm, which is going to determine your rank video, whether you rank high up, whether you are more searchable as compared to other videos. Again, I think this one is more towards the analytics tools, where it's more on the optimization side. For me, I don't really care about this one. For me, I'm more concerned about what I'm able to offer to my audience with my video content. Okay, third important thing is about the passion. Why I say passion is very important. You see, I started in 2014 and I managed only to go to 1,000 subscribers in 2020, 6 years. Total took me 6 years, 6 tahun. It's quite long. If I don't have the passion of doing YouTube video, I would have give up very early. Right? I definitely would have give up very early because it took me quite a long time, you see, 6 years. And if you are looking, my advice, if you are looking to monetize through YouTube, then don't do it. Don't do it. I think to be a YouTuber, what really matters is that you need to very focus on delivering the purpose and contents and the solution. Then only you focus back on the monetizing. So money shouldn't be in front. It should be the objective of what are you trying to reach with your video content. That really matters, and that really keep you motivated and moving forwards. Okay. So next. Okay, here I'm going to talk about a little bit of achievements. People always tell me that, hey, Ang, you know what? You are the hardware leader. You are the hardware KOL. Actually, when the first people tell me, Ang, you are the hardware KOL, I also don't know what is KOL. I went to Google and then I find out that's actually key opinion leader. Then I told them, actually, I'm not the first, because I would say that a lot of more people or seniors who has been a leader in this hardware industry. I am not the first, but I'm the first that lasts till today because I never give up, and I still till now. Till date, I also keep launching a lot of video to talk about these home improvement products and services. So second one is the sales lead. Yes, I think having a good YouTube channel or YouTube channel actually help us in generating a lot of sales leads, because people watch your video, okay? They find not only about the core subject that you are talking about, they also look at the products. For example, the glove that you are using, the roller that you are using, then other additional stuff they're using. So they started to relate. For me, it's about the subconscious thing that, what, this one I watched the YouTube channel. I'm getting from Ang the stainless steel water tank. I saw that he uses this in the video, and they will love to buy it as well. So I would say that it's actually generate a lot of sales lead. Besides the actually ordering online, actually a lot of customer will actually contact or call us. They'll call my office, talk to my sales advisor, and then normally you'll mention, hey, you know what? I've watched your video. I've watched the Mr. Ang's video. I want to get this and that. So actually save a lot of time for us to close the order. Okay, the third one is about the conversions, which I also mentioned earlier, that it's easier for us to close orders because we have explained a lot of things inside the video. And apart from closing the sales, I guess that is very important because it's like a training material. Now, I told my team, the sales team side that I said that, hey, you know what? You have to watch Mr. Ang's video so that you can sell this product. So mutual benefit towards the customer and towards my people as well. The YouTube channel has also become our in-house training material. And the fourth one, I want to talk about the price and value. So often not in our industry, it's always about price, right? People will buy from you because you are cheap. Okay, people won't buy from you because they are expensive. So because of this, our product or our industry has become very competitive. So for me, I think that is not correct, because when the price war is initiated inside the industry, all of us will suffer. So when I sell certain things, I think that we should focus more on the value. All right, we should more focus on the value and services instead of talking about the price. That's actually, I think that this is also something like a competitive advantage for us, because if you buy from other hardware store, for example, no offense, yeah, no channel, all right? There's no people to help you. There's no people to show you how to do the waterproofing. But when you buy from Mr. Ang, we give you free video. Not only one, we're talking about multiple videos for waterproofing, for stainless steel water tank, for painting, everything. We say pao ka liao lah, everything, So then I would say that then give us a little bit of right to charge a little bit higher lah, premium pricing a little bit instead of selling cheap. In business, I don't believe in selling cheap, because if I were to, I always tell this to my staff as well. I say that we can't sell cheap. Why? Because when the boss sells cheap, we are unable to provide a good package for my people. I think that's very important. I say that I need to pay you guys well so that you can do your jobs better, you can sell better, you can make money for the company. So I believe in this concept the other way around. So I always tell them that you don't sell cheap. You try to offer advice, services, so that you can raise up the par. People buy from you not because you're cheap. People buy from you because you are good. Right? That's my policy lah. Okay, next slide. Okay, I just share a last bit of advice before we move on to the Q&A. It's basically that I always tell my friends or those audience, that why I do YouTube, why I'm able to venture into e-commerce in the hardware industry, where a lot of people say that it was impossible during that days, is because I think it's very important for us to do something according to like we have to put our purpose or objective in front, then only we have to do it, But if every time we put money, not making money, I don't want to do, or making too little money, I also don't want to do. We try to cut corners here and there, then eventually nothing's get done, right? So how I started my e-commerce business is because I want to provide a solution to my client. I want to have a bigger market share. I want to reach out my products to my customers. All right, that's very important. That's how I started e-commerce. That's how I invested so much money to build my e-commerce platform. And when it comes to YouTube channel, a lot of people will be asking me as well, "Oh, Ang, you very free, yeah? Every day you do YouTube channel?" I said, no. I said that I love it because it's like a hobby. Now it turned out to be a passion where I like to share things, how things are done. And then, Ang, you don't worry, they don't buy from you. You do a lot of video, but they buy from other your competitors or some, or other hardware shop. I say it's fine. I say it's fine. I mean, I don't really matter what or who they want to buy from. It's not important for me. For me, most important thing is that he or she watch my video and apply the product according to the standards that I have shown in the video. For me, that is the satisfaction that I'm looking for. All right. Thank you for watching my presentation. A little bit gabra here and there, but of course, thank you Hasrul as well, and thank you Caroline. I'll pass the session back to Carol again.
Stop calling me Caroline.
Because I read and baca.
Later, if anybody here wants to have that slides from Ang, later we will show a QR code for you to go and scan, and there's a link for you to go, okay? I think I copied the link. I forgot to copy the link to Amira. Sise Ang, come here. Thank you so much for that. We only have less than 30 minutes for us to go for the Q&A. I have 3 Q&As that people asked just now, so you wait for me.
Okay.
Sulin asked, when you started on these digital platforms in 2003 until now, did you plan for a multi-languages? And in doing so, did you find that your customer segment changed?
Wow, that's a good. Can I answer already?
Can, go ahead.
I think okay, now I think the question is about implementing multiple language lah. So because we started from year 2003 till now, of course in Malaysia it's good because we are made out of a lot of culture, races, and it's a big nation that we are supposed to have multiple language. But for my industry, I think it's a bit tough lah. You know why I say it's a bit tough, to be honest with you? Like I've mentioned, there's a lot of words that we originated from English. For example, waterproofing system. Okay, if you translate to Bahasa Melayu, then it will become sistem kalis air or something like that. And then if you translate to this Mandarin, there will be about what, 防水功能剂 or something like that. So I think that it's actually very hard for us to have multiple language because our core language is definitely Bahasa Melayu, and because of the industrial standard, so it's easier for us to label like using English so that we have agreed terms and we don't mess up, But of course, it's a good idea from the audience that we might have considered to have multiple language, to assist multiple people from different background and culture to shop with us lah. But I think in Malaysia, English and also Bahasa Melayu is equally important, and Mandarin as well. But just that because of my product uniqueness, it's difficult for me to have multiple name, and it will start to confuse everyone.
True.
So I hope that my answer is good enough lah.
True. So target your audience. Ask your audience first. If you think that your audience are mostly Malay or even Hokkien, right? I saw some of your videos are in Hokkien too. So that was fun listening to you, although I don't understand Hokkien. All I do is listen. In Bahasa Indon, Bahasa Jawa as well. That was good.
Yeah, because actually, I mean, sorry, Carol, just to interrupt. So a lot of people ask me, hey, why are you doing multiple language? Why are you? Because do you know that, I mean, Carol, you are also a YouTuber yourself. So sometimes we have these, we love to keep challenging ourselves. We don't want to just sit there and do the video. We want to challenge ourselves in terms of content, in terms of way of presentation and languages as well. And I believe, let me say something very honest. For those of us that produce video, we have the tendency to edit our own video. All right, Carol, you do that? You edit your own, I believe, yes. Right? Not the reason that we don't have people to do it for us, not the reason that we are doing better than our graphic designer. No. You know why? The reason? Because when we edit our own video, we actually develop the feelings that we wanted to to put in our video. You know, that's the part. That's the beauty of the video.
Correct.
Right? People edit walaupun secantik mana, for us when we look at our own shooting, editing, and content, nah, you know, we know exactly what we want. We know we want our video to be our style. I think that's very important. So sometimes my editing is very simple. I don't go very fancy. But what I want is that I wanted to edit my own video. I have to learn, I do not know anything about editing, I have to go and Google, YouTube and learn all this editing because I wanted the video to be my feeling, my way. I think that's very important. Sorry, next question.
The one that asked is anonymous user. They said, how do you plan your content to be published? And then I don't know what he talked about equipment, because there's a two type of equipment, your production equipment, or do you select the hardware equipment at any point of time? So I don't know what kind of equipment that he's talking about. So how do you plan your content?
Okay, I think I roughly understand what the audience asked. So let's talk about the equipment. Okay, I think myself and same channel with Carol as well, we are not born to be a YouTuber, okay? Seriously, right? We take up the challenge because nobody in the office wanted to do it. So we capo a bit, we go and do it. So when we do it at time, what we have is our handphone log. So I started doing the content using my iPhone. I ambil, and then I edit, shock sendiri lah at first, okay? So I think, yeah, I would agree that at first we started with the most common one lah. Using an iPhone or using a smartphone is more than sufficient. But later, I said, after one video till the other one, you started to have demand because we wanted to produce a better quality. So we started to take care about our voice, all right? Yes. We started to care about the lightings, we started to care about the angles. So that's the time where we started to, hello, we need to buy camera lah, we need to upgrade, all these because we wanted this to shoot the best of our video to present to the audience. I hope that this answer. I mean, I started with iPhone. Now I have 2 cameras, and I'm not picky because I'm not the kind of person that, oh, this camera shoot better, this one the lens shoot better. I'm just a typical guy lah. Okay, I'm not a photographer, but yeah, I would say that I do upgrade my gear. I do have a Ronin. I do have a gimbal. I also do have the wireless mic to make sure that my presentation is nice to my audience. I guess that when we produce the content, or we are the content creator, we are responsible to the quality of content. That's number one of the questions. The second part, you asked me how do I come up with the topics titles, right? Seriously, I tell you, very funny. At first, we are finding topic. Okay, at first for my case lah, I'm finding topic. Oh, what to do lah? Whether to do waterproofing or water tank or paint or whatsoever. We're finding topic. Then later on, I discovered that a lot of my supplier, brand owners or manufacturers started to put products on my table. Hey, you know what? I came to your office. You're not around, so I placed some samples for you. Yeah. Oh, okay. Then I went back. I see I got content. Then we do lah. So got samples. They provide me with a technical data sheet. So the sample, and I just do it lah. And whether or not, okay, sometimes like that. Sometimes it's so coincident that a lot of people will ask questions. Suddenly this week I find that walk-in customers or by emails, they will respond to that. Hey, I'm having a problem with the waterproofing. Can you let me or teach me how to do it or something like that? So sometimes based on their demand, I started to produce content based on their demand. That's one lah. Second is that it actually have to depend on what I have also, because to do home improvement videos, it's not only about the particular product. I need to have brush. I need to have a lot of other accessories ready so that I can do the video. And we have to do a lot of reading. Not like those days we simply do one no. So we really have to study our product, the subject matter well, and then we have to script it out. We have to do a script before we actually shoot the video. And a lot of people do commit. I really respect them. They commit that every day or every 2 days I will launch a video. For me, I cannot because I have a lot of other things that I need to do as well. I need to take care of my people. That's very important. I need to take care of my business. That is also important. I need to like produce content YouTube. Yes, that is my passion and hobby. I'll still do it.
Okay, last question. Then after that, we wrapped up. Somebody asking very burning question. If you don't mind, how much do you earn right now? Now, your YouTube has more success than my YouTube. I only started last year, but my pace of achieving 1,000 was faster than you. I didn't need 4-5 years lah. So the 1,000, but the struggle was to get the 4,000 watch hours. That was tough, but my content is longer, 1 hour, 50 minutes. Your content is shorter, but you have to do a lot to achieve the 4,000 watch hours. So my watch hours was easy to achieve. I achieved it this year. I managed to monetize it this year in March 2021. So I started in March 2020, then March 2021 only. But at 2,000 subscribers, that's where I am right now. I can tell you that I am not earning as much as you. So tell us, at 8.3K subscribers and with that number of views, how much do you have right now at your Google AdSense?
Okay. I don't mind. Seriously, I don't mind sharing with you to all the audience the exact figure. Now YouTube is paying me. Action a bit lah. Now YouTube is paying me every month. We are talking about the range of 200 to 250 US dollar. All right. So some of you might say that, hey, not bad, very good already. Some of you might say that, hey, too little or whatsoever. As I mentioned in my presentation, I think that we, as a YouTuber, yes, money is important because we need to survive lah. We need to pay our bills. But I think that money is not important for how to say this. Okay, the money is important, but it's not enough to justify the efforts and the time that we pour in. So when we talk about this, means YouTubers like us, me and Carol, I would say that we are not 100% rely on the YouTube monetization as income. But what we want to do is we have our own objective. That's more important. For me, it's always about the provide solution, home improvement, product services, video, product reviews, product explanation, how to use it to my audience. That one is very important. That's the one that's going to bring me a few milestones ahead instead of the 250 US dollar that YouTube pay me. To be honest, it's not even enough to pay for my equipment. All right. So I think that's not important. Sometimes I think that money, I think I buy the whole company makan KFC lagi shop.
Yeah, betul. Somebody in Facebook.
Everyone's effort. It's not only me. It's everyone's effort. So I think the money should be shared among the people of my company.
So I'm not there yet. So I'm constantly building content. So thank you to the Go E-commerce Pocket Talk series. I have another series at 3 o'clock starting already.
All right, okay.
Somewhere in Facebook asking just now the difference between YouTube and TikTok. I know I have my opinion, but I want to ask Ang, what is the difference between YouTube and TikTok?
Well, I think I think the obvious one is the short length and versus the long haul thing. Okay, in TikTok, you can be very spontaneous. Again, you can just do a 30-second, 20-second, or even a 60-second thing. I tried. I also want to sebo kepo a bit to understand what TikTok is all about and what's the difference. For me, I find that TikTok, you need to be very a joker lah. I'm not lah.
Yeah.
I try to joke. I'm not a good actor. But YouTube, one thing I find is that it's a bit lengthy, but the record is always there. It's more formal. Right, because like I said, when you want to learn about doing waterproofing, don't think that you're going to learn from a TikTok guy with a 30-second thing, or you prefer to learn it from a YouTube pro guys who really talk serious about the subject, how to apply, what should do. That's really make a lot of difference. That's why I say in the simplest form, I think it's the short haul. It's a short video versus a long haul. It's also about the entertainment. TikTok is very funny. TikTok is very funny sometimes, but it's too short to learn anything. So I'll still stick on YouTube at the moment, especially when we talk about the products. This thing we need technical, no joke one. I think YouTube is good.
Thank you. Well done. So that's about it. Thank you, Ang, for your time. And please subscribe to ATKC Warehouse, who might not know that you might learn something about home improvement on his portal, on his channel. And please go to the survey and please support this session of survey that you enjoyed this session, okay? And my colleague Amira has put up the link for you all to go and grab the slide. So Ang, we will kill you first, go to the other one first. Let's cue the last slides, and then after that we can cut off this session. There you go. Scan the QR code. You can subscribe to both of our YouTube channel to support us, things like that. So I talk more about tech. Ang talk more about home improvement. So screenshot this, and you can click on the link that Amira has already shared. So stay tuned again. We have another session later starting at 3. I think start at 3. So Hasrul, back to you. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Hey, thank you, Carol, and for that insightful, fun, entertaining presentation on social media for what was traditionally a boring industry, hardware. But everyone, go to ewarehouse.my and check out Ang and his videos. Yeah, I already did just now, and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Go get the 10,000 subscriber faster. Okay, hope you learned something. Main points I got was, that means go provide the solution, right? Provide the solution and reach out to the customer. Thank you, Ang. Thank you, Carol. All right, we'll be moving to the next session of the day shortly. And so to all the participants, do click join session and also complete the survey for each session for us to continuously serve you better. See you in a bit.